Okay, so I did an MBA in hospital and healthcare service management. So I want to actually switch between topics and even talk about some of these topics because they're interesting, right? So I was once asked in the Viva, is it important for a business to be profitable? And this is a very, a very interesting question. Right? I mean, the aim of a business is to make profit, right? But you have to, like, there is the scenario that you have to also do something good, right? You have to be a good citizen, you have to do good things. So if you're not making a profit, then, like, where do you draw the line? So how do you, like, from a business standpoint, or like, where, how do you set the motives for such a scenario? So this was the question that was asked. Right? Just maybe they were expecting a theoretical answer or something like that. So at that time, what I could recall was the Carroll's pyramid. So there was this pyramid, it talked about different goals. So once you satisfy the previous goals, then you can move higher up. So that's what Carroll's pyramid was mentioning. So it starts at the much lowest level. What you would see is to be profitable. A business has to be profitable for it to exist. Otherwise, it's not going to exist for long. It's not going to be sustainable in the long term. So it's otherwise it's going to be short lived. So that is the first thing, to be profitable. Then it has to be legally sound, right? It has to adhere to the legal instances, like they have to be meeting all, the licensing, all the legal matters pertaining to that, like whether the taxes are paid, which is adhering to government policies, everything is up to date, accountable. So all those things have to be in line. Then it has to be ethical, right? You have to do what is right. Only once, like you have to go to, it has to exist, making a profit, and at the same time it has to be legally sound, meaning adhering to all of the laws. And beyond that, that's when it has to be ethical, meaning doing what is right. Then only beyond that can it go towards, or does it has the, the room, thinking space to be philanthropic, meaning it can do, like, for example, if you're talking about a health institution, putting out health camps, awareness programs, all this free stuff, all this, actual, things. So this is what the realistic idea is. Most of the time we talk about wanted to do this, wanted to do that. But if you are talking, like, most of these MBAs and most of the master programs talk about reality, right? Most of the times you are expected to accept reality and see, talk about concepts that make things work. So this is one of those concepts, that, I was directly asked this in Viva. So how would you, like, it was a very interesting. You want to do the right thing, so, but you have to also make profit. So how do you approach this? So this is basically the way you have to, there are certain things that make is that's important so that the business can exist, and then from there, uh, from that existence, from that, what is that you can say, stable existence, not the existence, existing is not enough, stable existence, then you can do what is right, and do more, right? Do more to the society at a philanthropic level.